I'm all over the place. I have so many things I want to add to this Urban Nature Junk Journal. Welcome to part 4 of my Urban Nature Junk Journal process videos. It's Barbara from Vienna, Austria. So it's been a couple of days since I've worked on this journal, and there are just so many things that I still want to add. And I know at the moment everything is looking quite green, but that will change with all the things I plan on adding. So let me show you first a few of the things I think I want to add in some way or another. So one thing is I've cut up these beautiful hand-painted ginkgo leaves, hand-painted by Louise Heinzel. This is what her printable looks like. I did print it a bit bigger, which is why this is cut off. Normally this wouldn't be cut off. If you print it just as it comes, it will be a little smaller, but the leaves are quite big. So these I've printed at 80%, and you see they are still quite big. So just be aware of that. This was a freebie during DEPHEMEREMBER and still is a freebie in Louise's shop. I will link it below. But Louise also made gorgeous digitals using these beautiful ginkgo leaves. So I will link to those digitals as well. Definitely worth checking out. I also want to add this tree with which in the meantime I have painted gold, as you can see. This was the one that we cut out from here. So this was left over. I just painted it, and I painted it on this piece of packaging which already had some black paint on it, and look how beautiful that is. So these two elements I definitely want to add. Then I have something I want to do with the foils. I will explain that in a moment. So these are my golden chocolate foils. I loved all your comments about trying to find the right chocolate now that has these. So good luck if you're still searching. I know it's a really tough job. Then I used the leaf Tim Holtz die cut that I showed you that I used here as well on my cover. And I just used those on some jelly plate prints, and I will talk about the jelly plate prints in a moment here. So I think I will be adding some of these because I think they are super fun and cute. Oh my goodness, there's so much I need to add, but I have a lot, so I think it's going to be very fun in the end, hopefully. Then I decided to add some more fun elements from the Digital Collage Club. So I printed some of these, so I will tell you a little bit more about that here. The Digital Collage Club is a membership-based website with thousands of royalty-free graphics, scrapbooking, card making, and digital craft supplies. You get instant access once you sign up, and all images are created exclusively for this club. Tina, the owner, adds new images each week, and you are able to sell whatever craft items you create using these images. So there's two options available: a membership for a year or a lifetime access, which means you pay once and have access to all the images and tutorials for your whole life, which is just incredible. I have discount codes linked for you below in the description box. I do receive a commission if you use these links, so it's also a huge help for my small creative business. As always, thank you in advance if you sign up using my links or if you joined in the past. And please note that in order to use my codes for the discount, you need to use the link below, otherwise it will not work. So these are the printouts of the Kings and Queen of Autumn. I figure these are the kings and queens of any time of year for me anyway. So I've already cut these out. So there was, as you maybe saw, there was one page with the circle images. I was thankfully able to use a circle die cut on these to make my life easier, because I'm horrible at cutting out circles. These are just so cute. I am so in love with these. Tina, you did such a fabulous job, and they will be so fun for collaging. And this is where I think my gold foil will come in, because as you might have seen in my DEPHEMEREMBER, I used gold crowns for 2 of my pieces. So I think I will add some gold crowns to some of these kings and queens. You see, some of them have it, so maybe I'll just put it over it, or I'll add some crowns to some that don't have crowns yet. I don't know, like this one could use a little crown. I'll see, but these are just so super fun to work with. And then we have similar images in the oval. So that's also a very fun format to use in collaging. For those, I was able to use my 1 3/4 inch oval punch that worked perfectly for the size. And I printed this 100%. And then I also printed this kit, which you've also seen before, which is the Autumn Memories paper kit. So these come in a square format. And I think these are also really fun to just tear up and use in any nature themed project. It does have some writing in relation to autumn, but I don't really care. This journal is a journal for all seasons. This one is so adorable. And here, I don't know what happened. So this is obviously this part here. I don't know what I did with my printer settings to get that, but I still think it could be like a really fun addition. I don't know, we'll see. So that's the Digital Collage Club. So this will also be my February Digital Collage Club project. So I want to go back to the jelly plate printing I was talking about. So I recently splurged and got myself a 4-inch or 10.2 centimeter round jelly plate print. I saw this in a shop and I could not resist. It just looked like it would be so much fun to play with on this small format. And since I'm challenged with round images, I thought I need to try this. I used my lunch paper, whatever you want to call this, deli paper, parchment paper, I don't know, it's this white paper. So I had a lot of experimenting. A lot of them first went wrong because, you know, I'm not the expert with jelly plate printing. But eventually I started to get more the hang of it. Not here yet. Not here yet. This one actually I really like. I added a lot of gold to these, and this is where we come into the ones that I really liked. And these are ones where I used dies from these Tim Holtz leaves. So I just set these on the jelly plate print, braided over once with a paper, and then took them off. Let the paint dry like Louisa showed me in our jelly plate printing video. I will link that video for you below if you need some tutoring in jelly plate printing. Louisa was an awesome teacher. And so her technique helped me by letting it dry and then adding more wet paint and then pulling that off. That's how I got these kind of designs with the leaves. Look how amazing these are. I just love these so much. Can you believe how cool they turned out? I am so in love with these. I had such a blast last night making these. And then I have this one. And this one. So these are made with my own tree stamps. You will probably recognize those. And then on this one, I added my tree stamp on top. And here I added the bird on top after the jelly plate printing, just by stamping my handmade stamps. And the fun thing is I added, so for example, this was the bird that's on here. I just added some red paint. It was this red paint mixed with a little bit of gold, which you cannot see at all, so it's irrelevant. I brushed it on with a brush and I stamped it, and it kind of took away some of the paint that was here, which is why it's not completely red. And you see some of this paint from here is on here now, which is totally fine with me. This was a super unexpected result. I love it. And with this one as well, I had painted this with the same red. It was my tree stamp. Where is it? Here. So it was completely covered with red. And again, it took off the jelly plate paint, which is now on this one. And we have this super cool stamp, which just has the red borders. I just love how these turned out. And then I just added some black splattering. And because I wanted to share these so much with you, because I thought they were so fun and unexpected, I decided to make a digital for you. So this is the printout of that digital. It has 6 of these circles. So these 2 are plain ones, which is how these 2 looked before I added the stamps to them, because I thought this way you could add whatever you want to add. You could add a stamp or a clip art or whatever you want. So these are very versatile. And then these 2 are these 2 trees. I just changed the color a little bit and made it more vibrant. So nope, that's this one. And this one is this one here. And then this one is this one. And the top one is this one. I really wish I could have scanned these ones with the leaves for you, but these are copyrighted, of course, because they are Tim Holtz leaf die cuts. So I really wish I could, but at least I was able to give you this. So I will link this for you below. And then I also have some other things which I thought were really fun. I tried some bird sketches. I want to do more of those in the future. I just took references from photos that I found online and I sketched these. Again, I know they're not masterpieces. I'm not a sketch artist. I love his shape. But I think they're cute anyway. I enjoy them. I think they will be a fun addition to this journal. And I thought, in case you enjoy this style, and I would like to encourage you to try this yourself, because I bet you can do this a lot better than you think you can, even if you've never done it before. Also, you can check YouTube for tutorials on sketching birds. There's tons. So I would love for you to try it on your own. But if you say it's too daunting, or you don't have the time, you don't enjoy sketching, whatever, then you can also find these linked below. So these are exactly these 4 in case you want to just download them and put them in your journal. I also have 4 more of these plain ones. So these are dictionary pages. I've added gesso to all of these, and I've added some coffee and some distress oxides to these. So I thought if you just wanted some backgrounds that maybe you're not able to make yourself, or you don't have time or whatever, that you have these backgrounds to make your own sketches on. So I have these for you ready to print. So I will link these for you as well. Obviously, you don't have to sketch on these. You can use them as backgrounds for anything else you want to add here. Some stamping, some other images, some journaling. These are super versatile. Then I have these 4 vintage envelopes that I might add in their original format. I might cut them up. I don't know yet, but I think something like this is always really fun to include in a journal and works for any kind of journal. So I wanted to share these with you as well. So you can find exactly these 4 fronts as a printable as well. And then I decided to add this, which are more scans of old envelopes that I have. And I added some of my sketches that I have done in other journals to them. Like I just layered them on top of the envelope so that you can still see some of the writing underneath. So that might be a fun way to add maybe journaling cards or something. So that's available. And lastly, I made some journaling cards, which I think are really fun to add. So these again have these bird sketches of mine and real leaves. And these are actually photos of pages of other nature journals that I have made. And I have then just added these elements. Actually, this is just the page as it is, but these 3 elements I've just added digitally to the page, but they are of course photos of my real sketches. So I think these could be really fun journaling cards to add as well. So I might add some of those. Editing Barbara here. I spontaneously decided to have a Valentine's Day sale in my shop with a minus 25% off all products from today, February 11th to February 14th, midnight Central European time. So if you've been eyeing something last month, maybe this is the perfect time to get it. Enjoy! So as you can see, there is so much I want to add here. I'm not really sure where to begin. Oh, and to not forget, the most important thing, of course, is my DEPHEMEREMBER. That's what I want to start off with actually. So let's grab that and start adding some of those pieces finally. The first piece I want to add is this one here, which is a multiple layered tuck spot. Again, I will link my DEPHEMEREMBER series down below in case you haven't seen how I made this. All of these pieces that you will see me putting in now from December have a video corresponding with it showing you exactly how I made this piece of ephemera step by step. And one of my viewers pointed out in that video that actually, because I had made it like this, but she said you could actually also turn it around and have these hanging down. Obviously, that is a good tip. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but that of course makes it now flexible. So that means I can add it to a left page or to a right page, which is awesome. So for this one, I want to find a page that has the right height, which this one actually does. Should we put it right here in the front? That would add a beautiful pop of color. We could still see this tree. This overlaps. Does that bother me? Might be a bit much for the front here. Could add it here instead. Maybe that's better. Yep. Just going to add it here, glue it on the 3 sides and not overthink this. Next, I want to add one of these corner tuck spots. This is pretty much the only one where there is no video because I made this after I've seen the video from Louise. And I will also link Louise's DEPHEMEREMBER list. This was the one with the staples. I don't remember what the other prompt was, staples and something. But this is totally inspired by Louise. So check out how she made these. Super cool. So I want to add one of these probably to each of my signatures. So they can also be turned, you know, put on a left side or a right side. Oh, I think I really like it here. Super happy with this here. So let's move on to signature number 2 to add one here as well. Woodwork here. I like it a lot on this one as well. Ooh, or here. I actually like it here best. When I first made these round things, they didn't excite me or anything. But once I started adding the papers that I put underneath, I was really surprised how these elements complemented each other and they kind of showed the best in each other by being paired up like this. So then let's put one in the 3rd signature. This one I think I want to put on a left page just because I want to not always have it the same. This would be beautiful. Ooh, this would be a super nice pop of color right here. Let's stay in this signature while we're here, and I want to find a place for this bird. And he obviously needs a large page, so maybe one of these would work great. Oh, love the colors. Look, we have this brown, which is similar to the brown here in the stamps, and which also has similar colors to this, so that is perfect. Next, I want to find a spot for this belly band with writing spot. This was the one where we used our magazine pages. There is no method really of how I'm doing this, except that I am obviously trying to distribute my elements evenly, more or less. That would be really nice. I like it on these coffee dyed papers because it provides more of a contrast. This one is quite busy. You could of course also add it as a tuck spot on either side. So we could glue it down like this and then have it be a tuck spot, and we still have this. Or on this side, we tuck something in from here, and we can still take this out from here. But no, that's not a good idea because we'll have our binding here, so that will be difficult to take out. I would just put it in the middle as a belly band as we originally intended. But I think I like it on this one better just because this has the accents on both sides and it's blank in the middle, which just creates the perfect spot to add this. Then we have our creepy bird pocket with the shining eye and the vintage piece of ephemera that we made with it, with journaling space on the back. So let's find a big page as well to add these two. Let's check the other signature. I feel like it should go on a darker page because then it stands out better, but not next to the book page. Oh, again, we have book page. I don't want that. And same here. But what about here? Yep, that works nicely. And in case you're interested in knowing what glue I'm using the 3-in-1, which I actually filled up with the Collage, which is like, I would call it the European version. It's exactly the same ingredients as far as I know, but a lot cheaper here. So you can look for that Collage, C-O-L-L-A-L. You can definitely find that online if you're in Europe. And I really like this glue because when it squishes out, you can just rub it away. It won't leave any shine. It'll just rub off. So that is a really important feature, especially if you're annoyed with all those glossy spots in your journal from where you can see some glue. That's something that always has annoyed me. So I'm super happy with this solution. Then we have one of my most favorite pieces, which is this pocket. Has a journaling spot inside already. I'm going to glue this on because there's nothing on the back side that I really need to see. I think I'm going to stick to this signature. That's kind of cute there with this across from it to balance it. Has very similar colors. Ooh, I actually love that. So how do we add it? Do we add it on? No. I think are just going to put it in the center. And I'll glue it here and here. And that way it leaves it open to put something in the back here if I wanted to, but I don't have to. There's this pocket, which is small, which needs to go on a small page. This is an option. This is an option, even though it's book page, but there's not so much of this book page showing, so I would be okay with it here. Maybe not the most ideal spot. That would work, of course, too. Maybe even better than in the front. I'll put it here without thinking too much about it. There's this seed package. Let's again go to another signature. I'm sure there's a more methodical way to do this. That could be cute right there. And I'm going to put it down by adding glue here and here so it can be a tuck spot like that. Love how these colors go together. Next, let's add this very long belly band. I think I do have some pages that are long enough, but I would be able to cut it down easily if I needed to. But I think this is the one where we already have, we have this belly band, so we don't want to add it to this one. Maybe we can find a page in here. It would go here. That would actually be super cute. And it sticks out a little bit, which I don't mind at all. I'm deciding I'm going to add this in my journal, even though it is quite bulky and I was considering this for a cover piece. But I'm thinking it's part of my DEPHEMEREMBER, so I think I would rather have it in this specific journal. I just need to find a spot for it, hopefully. That will work somewhere. I don't know if this needs a bigger or a smaller page. Probably not too small. Kind of like that it has some space around it to kind of give it more attention. I'll definitely keep that one in mind. This would also work. But then again, I don't like that both of these pages have this format next to each other. Ooh, what about this one? That looks cool with this strip here in the back. You see, when I put it on a smaller page, it doesn't come out as well. No, it needs a bigger page. Ooh, but wait, having said that, look at this. Given that this is the back of a signature, I love that. I know I just said it needs a bigger page, but it has pages behind it which make the whole thing bigger. Yeah, I'm gonna do exactly that. I don't know if you typically make your ephemera first or your pages first. I usually make my pages first and then figure out what my ephemera is going to be. And this is, I think, the first time I have my ephemera ready to go. And I'm really enjoying that I just can stick everything in there and it's done. Obviously, I'm going to be adding some more things, but I think this is great. Really happy with that. I still have this corner tuck spot, which is also one of my very, very favorite pieces. Let's see, where did I add my other corner tuck spot? Here. So we don't want to be too close to that one if we add it to this signature. Let's find something not too far in the back. Keep it more towards the middle. This is too small. This would be really nice. I kind of like it on this one. We have these two handmade Rolodex cards, which need to go on small pages. I like this one here. And this one I'm going to add as a pocket, meaning I will glue down all three sides. Let's find a spot for the second one, another signature. Might have to add some stenciling or something here. This is, of course, very plain. Again, we need a small page, which is not a... I was going to say it shouldn't be a book page, but this is actually quite nice here. Keep that in mind. Oh, or better here, actually. I'll put it here. I don't know yet what I want to do with this page. I might just leave it because I think it's beautiful the way it is. This one I'm making into a tuck spot. So I'm just gluing it on two sides. Moving back into another signature, I want to add the CD cover, which is fairly bulky and which has something on both sides. So I don't want to glue this on like a pocket. That would be a waste for this little collage here. So I think I want to add it by gluing this flap down so we can flip it up. This might be a great spot for that. I like it here. So yeah, the image is upside down. I should have considered that. I should have turned it around. So maybe something you can still consider if you want to make one of these CD pockets. But for me, it's too late. I'm okay with that. This ledger paper here, I could just stick in either this belly band cute. Or in our other belly band. I could of course put it in a pocket as well, but I think that since this is a little bigger piece, I could just put it in a belly band. That's cute too. Well, I don't have to think too much about this. Actually, I'll put it in the other one because of course this is something I can always rearrange again if I'm not happy, but for now I think I'll stick it in this one. All of these elements are things I can just stick into pockets or tuck spots, so I will do that at the end. These two are pieces I want to glue down, so we need to find a spot for those. That could be awesome right there. I like that it has the strip here, which has similar colors. Don't want to cover this up, so no. And the yellow one will go on another signature right here in the back. I like how this gold lace balances the gold that we have here. It's a nice diagonal. Next, I want to add these two fabric paper clip embellishments. So this one needs to go on a right side and this one needs to go on a left side. And I have made a decision finally that this will be my first signature. This is the second. I always knew this was going to be my middle signature. And this one is my third. I would love for one of these to be here in the beginning. But I think this one here is too bulky, because this is quite heavy and the paper clip is quite bulky, and this oh, see, I can't even do that. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, I will do something else here. So I can't fit either on these because of this tuck spot. Okay, never mind. Well, maybe I should check the other signatures to see if I can make that work in the beginning, but no, I don't think I want this. No, this would cover up. Oh, this needs to go on the left side, so. Oh, that's beautiful, the colors. This is also quite a flimsy paper, but this paper clip is not that heavy, so I think that should be okay. Oh, no, it is quite heavy here. I can feel it pulling the page down. That's too heavy. No, I don't have a lot of super sturdy pages, to be honest. These are probably my sturdiest pieces. I guess I'll put it here. Yep, that will work. What about this one? So this one really is quite heavy and bulky. Yeah, it's not gonna work on any of these. This is harder than I thought. I'll leave it here for now. I can always change that. And then I want to add my fun page tabs. These are also like one of my favorite things that I made. They're so cute, and I think they will be such a fun addition. So that's what I was thinking of, that I could add in the front here for an accent. I think any of these would go. Maybe a bigger one since it's the front. I'm gonna go for this one. I should have checked that before, but thankfully these work together nicely. So I have 7 of these, so I want to distribute them somewhat equally. So I have 6 more, so that means 2 per signature plus 1 signature gets an extra. Let's move into the signature a little bit. Oh, I like that there on top of that beautiful collage piece, and the gold working with the gold here. I would use fabric glue for this, but mine just ran out. So this is just totally fine. Works really well on fabric. And now I'm always attaching them so that they peek out from the page. These we can get rid of. Not the easiest thing to do when you have glue on your fingers. I'm towards the back of the first signature. I'm going to add this one here. So this first signature is the one that gets 3. The others will get 2. Signature 2, I want one peeking out somewhere here. This is too much next to this flower. But up here, that would look cute, peeking out like that. And it works with the page, and it works here. This is the second one in my second signature, further towards the back. And in my last signature, I'll put this one on the front. This brown red goes really well with this here. Again, we have this diagonal. And the last one goes towards the end of the last signature up here. That balances this out nicely. In the meantime, I've added 4 crowns to these images and I love it so much. So here's this guy. I put the crown on crooked on purpose. I just think it looks even more whimsical and wonky and cute. Here's the bunny. Here's I think it's a lynx. So I tried to vary the shape of the crown, as you can maybe see, depending on the image. These are so fun. I encourage you to try that and to play around with these, or maybe you have other images where you can just add crowns. It doesn't have to be a chocolate foil, but it's just such a fun addition. I will definitely also be adding some of these cuties as well, because not only are the images so adorable, I mean, look at this face, priceless, but also because they're a great pop of color. So I will be adding some of these as, I think, like small collages, and I will show you those. So I've added a few images from the Digital Collage Club. So let me just show you those accents. As you can see right here, I added these 3 butterflies, which were from the Autumn Memory paper kit. And I added the feelers with bunched up thread, as I usually do. I added a cute little collage here. Actually, this is not a collage. This is just a background paper. This was from Froyle. I've mentioned her in the last video. I will again put her link to these freebies for you and her video showing how Froyle makes these amazing papers. So I like the color pops there. I added this from the Digital Collage Club, and I think I will be adding some stenciling or something there. Here I added the misprint. That was really big, I showed you. I just love this. It's super cute how big it is. Here I just added the bunny to this collage that I already had in there. I love the crowns. They're so cute. So that was the first signature. In the second signature, I added this piece from the Digital Collage Club. I think that fits perfectly right there. I added this piece here, which worked beautifully together with Froyle's image right there. Perfect fit. Super happy with that. I added a collage here to the paper from Froyle that I already had down. Just added this beautiful wolf with his crown and some bits of wallpaper and coffee and ink stained paper. And finally, I added this cute little raccoon girl on our little tea bag pocket. And in the third signature, here I've added one of the ovals from the Digital Collage Club. I added some foil underneath, which I tore. And then, of course, Louise's beautiful ginkgo leaf. This is again a part of the Autumn Memory kit, which I think goes super well with Froyle's paper again. And I added this cute lynx with the crown on top of Froyle's paper and just 2 strips of wallpaper. And finally, I added this bunny here with his crown on the back. Again, just added some wallpaper and some coffee stained paper with some ink on it. We have become a lot puffier, which is beautiful. Love how this feels now. will be adding some of the other elements I was showing you before off camera, just because otherwise there's just going to be so many episodes to this journal. So I want to add some more of these leaves. I want to add some of these. I want to add some of these. I want to add some of these journaling cards or these envelopes, or maybe the originals of these envelopes. And I also have some of the ephemera pieces from DEPHEMEREMBER still to add here. So there's still a lot that I want to add, and you'll see that at the beginning of the next episode. Plus, we need to figure out the binding and how we're going to add this cover to it. So hope to see you in that final episode. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Mwah! Mwah!